Welcome back to our show, Myth or Fact.
We are the Lion Kings.
And in this week's episode, we will be focusing on forensic psychology.
We'll be going up to random people to see what they know about the subject.
So come on, let's go and see what they say. What is the first thing that pops into your head when you hear the word forensic psychology?
Crimes.
Okay, so now let's play Myth or Fact. Number 1, is forensic psychology the same thing as forensic science?
No.
Myth or fact?
Oh, myth.
The main component of forensic psychology is criminal profiling.
Fact.
Forensic psychology assists in child custody and family law. Myth?
Yeah.
Forensic psychologists are not crime solvers.
Myth.
Forensic psychologists interrogate suspects.
Fact.
What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you think of forensic psychology? Criminal minds, just investigating crime, so looking into forensics, so forensic psychology will be looking into the psychology part of it, I guess. Is forensic psychology the same as forensic science? Fact. The component of forensic psychology is criminal profiling. Fact. Forensic psychology assists in child custody and family law. Okay. Forensic psychologists are not crime solvers. Okay. Forensic psychology interrogates suspects. Fact. The first thing that comes to mind when you hear forensic psychology?
I think about a psychologist evaluating the mental health of someone and just trying to figure out if maybe if they did a crime or something.
Okay.
Committed.
Is forensic psychology the same as forensic science?
No. I mean, what's that?
Okay. The main component of forensic psychology is criminal profiling.
Myth.
Forensic psychology assists in child custody and family law.
Myth.
Forensic psychologists are not crime solvers.
Myth.
Forensic psychologists interrogate suspects.
Myth.
What is the first thing that comes to mind when you think about forensic psychology?
I think of criminal minds.
Is forensic psychology the same as forensic science?
No.
That's a myth? No. The second one, the main component of forensic psychology is criminal profiling.
The main component? Probably. Maybe. Sounds believable, I guess.
Okay. What is it? More.
Like more?
Myth or fact?
A myth?
Okay. Forensic psychology assists in child custody and family law.
I say that could be a fact.
Fact. Okay. And then fourth one, forensic psychologists are not crime solvers.
It's a myth. I mean, they are crime solvers.
So you say myth?
Yeah.
And then the fifth one, forensic psychologists interrogate suspects.
They interrogate people?
I'm asking you, is it myth or fact?
I say that's a myth unless they've been specifically trained.
Okay, what comes to mind when you hear forensic psychology?
People in communication.
Okay. So, is forensic psychology the same as forensic science? So, is the main component of forensic psychology criminal profiling?
That's a myth.
Forensic psychologists assist in child custody and family law.
The other one.
So, myth or
Fact.
okay. Forensic psychologists are not crime solvers. Myth. Forensic psychologists interrogate suspects.
aware that there's a difference between forensic science and forensic psychology. Many people also confuse forensic psychology with criminal psychology. Forensic scientists mainly work with evidence such as blood, urine, and toxins in order to find the cause of a crime. Many of them end up working in crime laboratories in areas such as forensic chemistry and forensic biology. On the other hand, forensic psychologists mainly focus on a suspect's ability to stand trial or to participate in his or her own defense. And contrary to what most people believe, forensic psychology does not involve psychological profiling or the tracking of serial criminals such as murderers and rapists.
A lot of people assume forensic psychology predominantly involves criminal profiling, but in reality, it's only one of the many responsibilities that they might have. Forensic psychologists help advise police departments on mental illness and criminal psychology. They consult with attorneys on mental health and other issues in the civil and criminal court system. And they help design correctional programs such as juvenile delinquency prevention, among numerous other roles.
Many people don't know that forensic psychologists actually do assist in child custody and family law. They are ethically obligated to recommend what is best for the child in a custody battle and in divorce cases. Some of the factors that are assessed by the forensic psychologists are the parents as a whole, their parenting styles, and their parental personalities. The children are also assessed in these cases in order to evaluate the emotional connection to each parent.
Forensic psychologists are usually seen as crime solvers and evidence evaluators, but that is usually not the case. They are actually clinical psychologists called in to evaluate the psychological state of an individual. The rest of the job is left to law enforcement professionals.
Forensic psychologists interrogate suspects. That's not true. The job of a forensic psychologist often requires psychoanalyzing not only suspects in criminal case, but also witnesses, plaintiffs, and defendants in civil and domestic cases. Oftentimes, the psychologist isn't interrogating a suspect, but instead is attempting to understand the mental state of the individual, which does not require a series of questioning that may often appear to be investigative.
Club isn't the best place to find the lovers, so the bar is where I go. Me and my friends at the table doing shots, tripping fast, and then we talk slow.